Hey, this is BlindFox and welcome at my Ration review. Please support the channel, please subscribe and please go and donate on patreon.com. So today is the dinner portion of our Boswa survival ration menu to the vegetarian ration. This is our dinner portion and we are going to do the Chow beans, which doesn't have a ring pull and also doesn't have a can, and you didn't get a can opener, so I don't know how you would open this. The only thing I can think about is doing it with a rock, because, well, doesn't necessarily mean you have a knife with you, so this will be a challenge to open, but I think if you do this on a rock you might just get to open this. This is our normal beans, and frankly I like the Canadian beans more. Here's our beans. Don't know if you can read the stuff there if you want to, but just a sort of a normal little beans. I can't exactly sure what's the weight here now, I can't find it, but anyway, this is just beans in tomato sauce. I'm not really a fan of this. We've got some vegetable soup. If I thought about it a bit more, I could have had the beans for lunch and do the soup and the what do you call it, the noodles for dinner. We've got rooibos tea. We've got a little cookie. I found the spoon that I lost. We've got still a wet wipe left, which we're not going to use. This is quite nice wet wipes. We're not going to use the sugar, but this is brown sugar. I like the chewing gum. I've had it before. It sort of just fluorates a nice minty flavor. There is salt, which we are not going to use. Where is it now? And we still have 2 water purification tablets, which I think is a liter each. So I'm going to, there's nothing here to show you really. I'm just going to heat up everything and mix everything and I will be back. Alright, here is our stuff. So let's do our beans first, because, well, I don't really like these beans, but and then I can take one bite and I can leave the rest for someone else. So this is normal tomato sauce beans. It tastes tomatoey, but the African beans, I'm not really a fan of the tomato-ness. It's not as nice as the Canadian ones. And the beans is, I don't know, it's just too bean taste for me. I'm not really a fan of this. But for baked beans, for African baked beans, this is very good. It's just I don't like them, but the rest of the people in my house does. So they will be having that for part of their supper. So this is our vegetable soup. There's some croutons in there, there's some sweet corn in there, so let's try this. Not an abundance of flavor, but it's thick, it's hot. You taste the sweet corn. And because I didn't have the noodles from lunch, I sort of just took a Kellogg's noodle, which frankly I don't like. I'll just go and add a bit of water here so that we can get this rehydrated. I just break this down a bit more. But I will be back quickly. So while our noodles rehydrate, and this hangs out here, let's do our cookie and then our tea. So this is just a little chocolate cookie. Got chocolate for icing filling in the middle. Sort of filling there. An average shop chocolate cookie. Not bad. And here we go, our tea. This is just normal rooibos. And with the cookie. So our tea. A normal rooibos, sort of a herby, sort of have a herby taste. I got yelled at it's on some other forum that when I call rooibos a tea, it's apparently not a tea. I don't know what you call it, but it's not a tea. It's made of sort of a bushy plant. I don't know if you would call it a herb concoction, but there is the rest of, what is that? Oh, just a noodle. It was just a noodle in there. As I said, sort of a herby taste, sort of a tea herby taste. Not everybody likes it. This is not as strong as some of the black teas you get. Let's see how this has gone. A bit more soupy than I wanted it. Added a bit too much water, but you can still get the vegetable taste. I think if you combine the original, what was it? I can't remember if it was. If you combine the original vegetable flavor with the noodles, together with the flavor of the soup, it would have worked nicely. So this is quite a nice little, I think, noodle soup type dish. I would prefer it this way because the soup sometimes is a bit boring and the noodles, it would have combined nicely. So because we've got it, this stupid chicken flavor. I hope I didn't ruin this now. Well, it makes this flavor a bit stronger when I add the chicken. As I said, if I add the original flavor that was with these the noodles in the lunch part, it would have been good. It is not bad. The vegetableness that was in here sort of improved the chicken a bit. But this is not really a good chicken flavor. But besides that, the vegetableness did improve it. But if I can extrapolate from this, the soup, I think, and the noodles is a good natural combination. Because then you get sort of a soupy noodle, which I think is a bit better sometimes with these noodles. If you get bored of just normal noodle flavor. So what do I think about this? Besides my little impromptu recreation here, I think the soup and the noodle is actually the thing to go. It will go well together. The baked beans, I'm not a fan of baked beans, I know that. But they are still good baked beans. I know how good baked beans should taste, I just don't like them. But they're too beany for me. I don't know, I just don't like the whole flavor here. As I said, I like the Canadian one more. I think there's a bit of sweetness maybe in there. I'm not sure exactly what they put in theirs, but I like theirs more. This, I don't know, it's just for me, I don't like, not a fan of baked beans. But I think it's mostly because normally you get sort of bean salad where there's vinegar in, which I don't like. Which sort of transferred itself into this, so I don't like this. But it's not bad. If I really haven't got anything else to eat, I will eat it, but for baked beans, these are good. Let's just say it's a good baked bean, I just don't like them. So the rooibos tea is just rooibos tea. Not really bad, but just sort of normal rooibos tea. And the cookie was nice. Sort of a nice little store-bought cookie. So that was our Boswa vegetarian, the dinner part. As I said, I would of course mix the soup and the noodles. It would be it's I think a better meal than just the noodles on its own. But then of course you do have that vegetable block as well. But I wouldn't use that with the soup. You can always use that and the baked beans together and make yourself maybe a tomatoey baked beanie soup. That might be better then. You'd get a bit of a different tomato taste. And of course if you scrounge something, a little bit of meat somewhere, you hunt something, it will go. You can do a nice little baked bean meaty brothy thing with the stock cube. And well, the tea is just tea. So this was our ration review. So thanks for watching. Please support the channel, please subscribe, please go and donate on patreon.com, and see you at my next ration review.